Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6-0 Football Academy and 6-0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of the football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling.
Welcome to 0 to 60. Happy Friday, everybody. Bailey's on the ones and the twos as usual. I'm Matt McChesney, your host. Brought to you by our good friends at FanDuel. They do a great job supporting the show, so we want to do a great job supporting them. I had a good night on FanDuel last night. I'm not really sure how that happened, but it sure as hell did. So yeah, let's get into this, get going. I got football practice to go to, so let's get this bullshit over with.
Matt, this is insanity. I saw your tweet last night. Happy Friday, first of all. It's going to be a great show. Your bet that you sat here and were like casually play, that shit hit last night?
It sure did.
So what was it exactly?
I took the 3 home teams. That's it. And I put $100 on it. And I cashed it out at 20. I cashed it out at 2,700.
Holy shit. Damn, so how did that work with the tie?
I cashed it out before,
smart. When
Seattle was up.
Damn. Dude, you're good with the betting, Matt. Like up the years and shit.
They were 17-10 or something?
Yeah, they're winning.
Like that. I just cashed it out at that point because I didn't want to fucking deal with it anymore.
Hey, this show is brought to you by FanDuel, and that makes me laugh, Matt. But that's a good way to end the week here, Matt.
Cool. I mean, shit. I didn't really expect it to work, but then it did. So I don't know how they would put Baltimore as they were plus 250 at home, and the Eagles were plus 230 at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know. The Colts quarterback play was terrible. AR5 cannot play quarterback in this league. He got absolutely
discuss that play. I want to get your breakdown of it.
I'll tell you though, Wester is a fucking stud, dog. That kid can play ball.
Let's discuss that. So last night, LeJohntay Wester made a lot of plays in the Ravens preseason opener against the Colts, and one of them was an 87-yard punt return. Matt, let's go ahead and show the clip here. This was a hell of a play.
I mean, he's a hell of a player. He had a great night receiving as well. I don't think there's any way he doesn't make the 53, especially being that high of a draft pick. But they did have 7 fucking 6-round picks, so you never know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a weapon. He adds a different dynamic. He's quick as a hiccup. So, and he's a playmaker. Some guys are really fast, but can't make a play to save their fucking life. Some guys look like Tarzan but play like Jane, and I'm telling you, he is as good as they get. Mm-hmm. So another awesome opportunity for him to fill a role in Baltimore that they've been struggling with. They've been struggling with return man for a while. Yeah. I don't know, maybe he's the I said this to my son last night when this game was on, but maybe he's like an Antonio Brown type. Antonio Brown went in the 6th round out of Central Michigan and just blossomed into, he's a crazy fuck, don't get me wrong, but before that, he was a first ballot Hall of Fame receiver before he sabotaged himself. So I think Wester could be that kind of player.
Man, yeah, definitely. And a full circle moment, Matt, we discussed on the show when Devin Hester went and visited Colorado practice during the season. He gave LeJohntay Wester some tips on a return. And, man, I want to show that kind of full circle moment here after LeJohntay's play last night. Take a look.
Whoever caught that guy on chance, but okay? The ball before I
They should beat the ball to the spot.
Jimmy, get this one.
I'm catching it this way, but I gotta go that way. It's hard. If I catch it straight up, not go both ways. So beat it to the spot. Learn how to beat ball to the spot.
Full circle, Matt. What was your reaction to seeing that and last night?
The advice from the GOAT is always well received. So it seemed to work. Now go do it in the regular season.
Definitely, Matt. Another news. I don't know if you caught the Seahawks game, finishing a tie, but Seahawks opened in Colorado State Sheep. Torrey Horton actually played pretty well for the Seahawks. He might have.
Yeah, he had a hell of a game.
He's been doing really well from what I've heard in camp and stuff. I'm talking to Ray Roberts, his former Seahawk, and heard nothing but good things about him. And Torrey Horton may be starting, Matt. So it's interesting out of the Seahawks. When Max Crosby and the Raiders pulled up, Ashton Genty had 3 carries. In my opinion, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of social media heads are knocking Ashton Genty for absolutely no reason. It was a preseason game, and their offensive line did not look great, to say the least. But I will note Max Crosby pulled up in a Sonics jersey, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'll shout out that as a Seattle kid. But Matt, what are your expectations for the Raiders going into year 1 with Pete Carroll?
I think they'll finish 4th in the West, but I think they're a good football team.
Yeah,
and they're going to fight everybody pretty hard, and they could make some. They could change their own fortunes, but I think talent-wise, they're 4th in that division. It would be like social media fucking idiots to criticize the first preseason game. I mean, that's what bad fans do. I mean, we have to understand that we're assuming that everybody's educated and know what they're talking about, and they're not looking at it like it's professional wrestling or some shit. And that's cool. I love wrestling. I just know it's scripted, and I'm not saying they're not athletic, and it's not super hard to do, and it's not like for real, but I am saying that you can't look at football and wrestling the same way. So if that's what you're basing it on, then yeah, I'd imagine you would be pretty upset that Gentry only got 3 carries. But if you're a Raider fan, you're pretty happy that he didn't get hurt.
Right, yeah.
Because honestly, I watched a kid last night for Baltimore turn his leg literally the other direction. Yeah. So his season's over. He may never play again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really give a shit about the superstars on the team playing in the preseason. This is this is the only part of the fucking NFL where you can still develop.
Hey,
dog.
Shout out to Mike Bundy. It's $50 donation. So someone needs new shoes. Shout out to Mike Bundy, the man, for that. Shout out.
But yeah, I mean, you can't. I think that everything's criticized all the time, bro. People are fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not amazed that happened.
Yeah, definitely. Matt, you're a coach. You've played on the offensive and defensive line at the professional level, and you have a perspective that I think is different than a lot of people on social media breaking down the Anthony Richardson play where he ended up hurting his finger and getting injured, Matt. So I kind of wanted you to break this down here. It appears they're sliding left. The running back goes out, doesn't touch the end at all, and obviously Anthony Richardson gets absolutely blown up and untouched. Break this down from a coach's perspective. What are your thoughts?
Do you have a back view, or is it just a side?
I'll go try and find an end zone view, but yeah, go ahead. Here's the best app right now. Let me make it 1 second. Let me make it bigger.
You're good. Just let me look at it real quick. Go back. Try and find the other one, but you're good. Just leave it there. I'll tell you when to start it. So right now, they're on 11, 2x2. The draft pick Warren is to the right down here. They're in the middle of the field because everything's in the middle of the field because of the hashes in the NFL. Okay. 2x2 is a symmetrical offensive formation. All you fucking geniuses that don't know what symmetrical means, you need to go get a dictionary. Okay. The right defensive tackle is in a 2-eye. His right hand's down to the fucking left guard. The left defensive tackle is where you find the overfront. His right hand is down to the right guard, insinuating that this is an overfront. Okay. Now, all that said, there are 3 defenders at the top of the screen where the 2 receivers are for 2 receivers. So they do a pretty good job of matching this and blitzing it symmetrically. Okay, Baltimore does a really good job with this. Most of the time, the top slot receiver with that guy stacked by the safety who's standing at the sticks, that would be your mic point. And you would have the uncovered offensive lineman, whichever one that is, which is the center here. Now, the center and the left guard have to work together because of the 2-eye. They would be pushing Lee to that stack, okay? And that's pretty much what they're doing here because you can't slide off of a 3 technique and a 5 technique. Now, what happens is you've also got numbers down here. So you've got 3 defenders for Warren and the slot and the other receiver who's in a nasty split really close to the tight end. So when that happens and it just hit play and then stop it right before it starts. Right there. Now, what happens is, okay, they bring the other linebacker that the back is accountable for. The back should be dual reading the other 2 linebackers because the offensive line is going 3-man slide left to the fucking nickel. Okay. Now, I don't know, other than the right, I can't see it from the back, but the right guard seems to be going with the 3 technique that's pinching. The 3 technique is pinching. Yeah. So here we go. The 3 technique pinches, which is called a pirate blitz. And you got to go back to the start. And go and keep going. Stop. When the 3 technique pinches like this, it's called pirating. They drop the backside defensive end. That's what a pirate zone blitz is, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, right now, the left tackle should be turning back on this. It should be back, okay? But it's the first preseason game. Maybe they didn't see it. Probably. The right guard goes with the pinching 3 technique. The left tackle and the back obviously aren't on the same page here, okay? Now, it's really hard to squeeze gap on the run. It's hard to squeeze on the run. This should be, the tackle should be setting to the 5 technique or 9 technique, the defensive end out here that racks up AR5. He should be setting to him. The back should be inside out setting to the blitzing linebacker. This should not be an issue. Okay. This is a total fuck up by the right tackle and the back. They don't know who they're blocking. They're letting a big guy go as a 9 technique, which is a cardinal sin of all offensive line play. You never, ever, ever not block a big guy. Okay, it's not a protection problem. They're in a 3-man lead call to the slot receiver, but Baltimore tricks them, and they bring the dual read linebackers. All they do is bring one of them, and it's really hard, again, to squeeze on the run. So this needs to be, the right tackle needs to be on the 9 technique. The back needs to go inside out on the goddamn blitzing linebacker, and this isn't a fucking thing. This is picked up, and it's done. Anybody that thinks this is on AR5, it is. Because he's the quarterback. And I'll ask anybody don't answer this question. Everybody, all the geniuses in the chat. Who's responsible for the protection of the quarterback? The quarterback. He has to know what the fuck is going on in order to get anything changed. Now, right here, this is pretty vanilla, and the calls have been made, and this is a blatant missed assignment by the right tackle and the running back, period. So I don't think this is really on AR5 other than him holding the ball and not having any fucking once this defensive end at the top of the screen drops, he has to know this is coming. But he processes shit like a fucking Apple computer in 1982. Well, this is my point. He can be big, strong, fast, and athletic and all that shit and dumb as a box of fucking rocks.
Right.
So, again, I'm not criticizing the kid. I am 100% coaching him up in a very critical way, which I guess is criticizing. Okay? And this is get rid of the fucking football. And then afterwards, you have every right to be fucking really pissed off at your right tackle and the running back who both blow this.
I have a question for you. So Coach JB kind of had an issue from a coach's perspective with them sliding to the left to the field when they're on.
Well, that's ridiculous because they have numbers at the top. There's 3 defenders for fucking 2 receivers. The uncovered offensive lineman in every protection, unless you're going 70 protection, which they're not. This is 64 down in the mic. They might point the nickel. That's why they slide there. If you want to do it the other way, Mike point one of the other fucking linebackers. Okay, Mike point the fucking linebacker that's coming, and then all of a sudden the uncovered offensive lineman slides right. And you've got a 4-man Roger call, and the fucking left tackle's on the goddamn guy that's dropping, and all of this is picked up.
No, that was my next point. Was I was going to ask you, you have no problem with them sliding left. It's more
I don't have a problem with
I
I don't have a problem with
I
I don't have a problem with the coach making a call.
Yeah.
Look, he's not wrong, but he has to understand who his quarterback is. If he was the coach of this quarterback and he would expect AR5 to walk up and Peyton Manning this bitch and go, easy. Hey, we've got this much time on the play clock. It looks like this is what they're going to do. Everybody, hey, cool. We're sliding to him. He's the mic. Roger. Backside B gaps, the squeeze gap. Easy. And then hard count them. Why not hard? And see if they jump and show the blitz even more. And then all of a sudden you give them somebody else another fucking look and another adjustment. And now we're dictating to the defense whose dumbasses just showed us something pretty vanilla. But this is not fucking hard. This is day one shit. AR5 is a mental cripple at the quarterback position. The right tackle and the running back are equally to blame. They're awful, but again, they're only doing what they're told. They're confused, though. That's why no one blocks anybody.
Yeah, good point. And that's what Coach JB said, going back to why I brought it up. He literally said that it's too much on AR5's play. He ain't going to be able to check it and know and understand it. I mean, that's great breakdown from you, Matt. That's exactly what I expected. Now, Matt, after seeing this play, and I mean, I get he got hurt and it's a finger, and he'll come back over, like, I guess in a couple days. X-rays are negative, so nothing is broken. But
hey, will you go to the wide view one more time? I want to see. I need to watch it at the gym tomorrow when I get back there because I want to see who's open. But I see who's open here on 2x2 because 2x2 you get symmetrical route combos. Stop right now. That fucking receiver right there at the bottom of the field and the dickhead who's in the flat that missed his block are both wide fucking open.
Yeah.
So again, if AR5 wasn't just fucking looking straight at the receiver he's trying to throw the ball to, and he went through any progression whatsoever, he would come back and look. Sometimes an unblocked defender running straight at you, you can take advantage of because they're so jazzed up to hit you. The whole pump fake game, get him to jump off his feet, juke his ass, and get out of the way. I watch quarterbacks win reverse pivot out and throw the fucking flat route. Yeah. You're supposed to be the super fucking athlete, AR5.
Yeah,
exactly. You're supposed to be super freak. Why can't you do that? So again, the protection off the bat is the right call. The right tackle in the back, if they would just pick this up, consequently, the right tackle does pick up the backer.
Yeah.
I mean, if the right tackle is going to squeeze on the run and pick up the backer like he did, and the back's already out, well, guess who the hot route throw is on? It's on the quarterback. But I would bet you my fucking pinky finger, like 4 rooms in Bruce Willis style, okay? And I know you don't know that shit because you don't watch movies, okay? But I would bet you my pinky finger that pre-snap, this guy didn't know the fucking front. He doesn't know the adjustments. He's only worried about what AR5 is doing, and that is not the way you play fucking quarterback in this league. I'm sorry, but again, if you, in the information age, if ignorance is your choice, that's your choice, dog. But I find it amazing to me that vanilla shit like this is still being taught to a guy that's 3 years in and was a first rounder. What exactly are you doing? Like, who's the offensive line coach in Indianapolis? Could you look it up for me real quick?
1 sec.
Because the offensive line coach and the OC and I already know that Shane Steichen is fucking impotent as a coach. We all know that. But who do they have in the O-line room that's actually dictating this and saying this can't happen? This is where you need to look. I mean, the goddamn receiver is wide ass motherfucking open. The receiver runs his hot route adjustment. He breaks down and gives him a target at the 40-yard line, does he not? And you got a flat route open. Just progress through your reads and throw the goddamn ball.
I mean, 100%.
But I'm sure that the meeting went something like this. How are your feelings today? Is your middle finger okay? We need to make sure that everybody's feelings are intact because we can't criticize anyone or actually coach because we're in the National Feelings League where everybody's feelings are more important than the outcome. And we want to make sure that you're stable so you don't go in your car and bitch about your $100 million contract and demand a trade or suck on your fucking gas pipe or whatever. I mean, goddamn, dog, this is fucking getting ridiculous. It's your job to know this shit. Who's the offensive line coach?
Tony Sperano Jr.
Well, Maybe he got the job because of his name.
Yeah. I'll let you comment. You were the most qualified to comment, and I loved your breakdown, Matt.
I don't really think it's that difficult, bro.
Mm-hmm. And
well, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some burned out fucking ex-player that doesn't know shit. I mean, you don't need to listen to me. What the fuck do I know?
Well, Matt, getting your perspective as a 1%er who's played on the both sides of the ball in the NFL and coach. You coach. That's also another perspective that's like bigger than just playing.
Kind of coach.
Good perspective, Matt. Let's move forward. We have to discuss this since this has been an ongoing topic. We have talked more about women's basketball on this show than in the history of this show ever. This is a Colorado Buffaloes football show, and we've talked so much women's basketball.
It's Friday at 10:30. It's time to talk about dildos.
Yep, Matt, it happened again. I can't believe it, except it's purple this time. Look at
5
this.
times?
I've lost track.
10-0 start in the third quarter.
This is a new one.
This last night.
Nice.
I don't know if you caught this last night, but it has happened again, and this is just we're gonna do this every day. Like, I guess betting the people.
It's dildo gate. It's dildo gate. Fucking 2025.
Yeah.
I just love how uncomfortable this makes everybody and how mad people get about it. Like, you either think it's hilarious or you're a sexual deviant and a fucking sexual assault. Like, it's a fucking joke. Like the league, like the WNBA being on ESPN, that's a fucking joke. We should be laughing at that.
Well, it's
wholeheartedly every night. I'm sorry that the most entertaining part of this fucked up league is when they throw dildos on the floor. But they did it at an NBA game too, and all they did was wipe that dick off the floor and keep fucking playing ball, and guys were dunking and hitting threes and actually looked like they could play basketball. I'm sorry, the most entertaining part of your fucked up league is some plastic dick on the floor. And then the feelings get involved. Like, how would you feel if someone threw a dick on the fucking field when you were playing? And I'm like, I don't think I'd feel about it at all. I'd probably pick it up and throw it right back in the stands. And here you go, fuck yourself with this.
I think it's great. I think it's hilarious. That's my opinion on it. If WNBA fans have an issue, that's on them.
There's WNBA fans?
I mean, yeah, people watch.
Well, I mean, I understand that there's like half the country, well, like a third of the country, that really was running with this, but couldn't name couldn't name 5 players on the fucking floor. So maybe this is just the new thing to fucking bitch about to everybody.
I mean, I can't. I mean,
why is that dildo out of my drawer? I can't believe someone stole my purple dildo and threw it on the floor.
So, Matt, let's think here. How do they get it into the stadium this time with no bags and nothing? And like, they're probably cracking down now. Like, this has been the 4th time.
That's hard. How did they get it in? Guess.
Well, they just let it. Is it like the meme of the guy with the security where he just goes, you're supposed to pat you down. He just like barely touches them.
What are we, like, going to tickle someone's asshole to figure out if they got a dildo stuffed up there?
I don't know. I think this is probably good for business. I'm sure the ratings are up. Probably no.
Fuck yeah, dog. People are betting on whether or not there's going to be plastic cocks on the floor.
Yeah.
But again, I know people's fucking feelings are all up about this. So just here's the feeling. Here's my reaction to your feelings about this. Go get your own dildo and fuck yourself with it.
Well. Matt, I'm sure on Monday we will have something to discuss regarding this topic.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
It just keeps happening over and over and over again. Matt, Shedeur starts tonight against the Panthers and the Browns preseason opener tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. What are your expectations? We discussed this briefly yesterday, but I think he's going to take a lot of snaps tonight, and he has a chance to put on a show. Interviewed Mary Kay Cabot yesterday. She said Tyler Huntley is more of a camp body, and that Shedeur. She also mentioned that actually, I'm going to show this. She talked about whether the Browns will keep 4 quarterbacks on the roster, and I wanted to get your reaction. Take a listen. Roster 4 quarterbacks in the season. What is the realistic chance that they do that?
I think there is a realistic chance that they'll do that and that they'll keep these 4 guys, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, because those 2 veterans were going to be here, perhaps splitting some of the starting games in the early going, and then they want to develop those young guys. They've shown enough that they're worth more time, more investment, more resources. So I actually could see them keeping all 4 unless someone comes along, makes them an offer they can't refuse.
All right, that's
we disagree.
No one's keeping 4 quarterbacks. No one's keeping 4 quarterbacks in today's NFL. You can't do it. You're probably like most teams are going to keep 2 and a guy on the practice squad. So I'd imagine they'll keep 3 maybe and a guy on the practice squad. Or figure out a way to finagle the roster. If Dylan Gabriel's hamstrings fucked up really bad, they might IR him for 6 weeks or the season. Like they could use IR to their advantage. So look. There's not a chance in hell that they keep 4 active quarterbacks on the roster. No way. That said, I would expect Shedeur to play pretty much the entire game. Dylan Gabriel's out. Kenny Pickett's out. Flacco's 5 years old.
He's out.
We don't need to see Tyler Huntley. Like, if Huntley gets in, it'll be the 4th quarter. I would imagine Shedeur is going to go out there and be given the reins. And this is a massive fucking opportunity. Okay, I think he's going to throw the shit out of the ball. I think he's going to be hyped up. I think it's going to be super swaggy. I think he's going to be on point. He's been working with a lot of these guys. That's the advantage of being a 3 one day, a 2 one day, a 4 one day, getting first reps.
That's a great point.
He gets to work with everybody. So the guys that are on the field are also going to be equally as hungry to go out and make plays because they're all trying to make the fucking roster too. I think he throws at least 2 touchdowns. I think Cleveland balls. I think that this is a much bigger game for the Browns than it is the Panthers. The Panthers aren't going to be playing any of their fucking starters. The Browns probably won't play any of their starters. But Shedeur views himself as a starter. And the people in Cleveland view him as the future. And this is, like tonight is either going to be a coronation or tomorrow. You know what tomorrow will be if he struggles.
Oh, yeah.
He can't play. He's awful. This is the reason he was a 5th round pick. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and I will say Dave Canales, who's the Panthers head coach, he come out and said, Bryce Young's playing. Like, they're going to play some starters at some point. The stage is set, Matt, and Shedeur's going to get a lot of reps, and I'm excited to see how he responds to it.
All right, hold on. I got to address this for this fucking piece of shit. I block people online to protect my fragile ego in business to avoid other opinions. Motherfucker. I would block you online 100 times over if I could, you stupid fuck. I would love to block you over and over again. In fact, block this piece of shit right now. He doesn't get to watch the fucking show anymore. Fuck a fragile ego. I block people online so I don't have to listen to fucking idiots who don't know shit about fuck. You don't know anything what you're talking about. There's no one more qualified to fucking talk about, coach, or criticize what's going on. That's why you're watching. So why don't you sit there and play with your fucking balls in your mommy's basement and get the fuck off my dick?
Well, can't even watch no more, and he's fucking hating ass motherfucker.
And I will continue to block motherfuckers on Twitter as much as humanly possible to keep my own sanity from listening to you fucking morons.
Yeah, it's a powerful button, Matt. I respect you. One of my favorite parts of last night, Matt, and I think you'll really enjoy this. Marshawn Lynch was a sideline photographer.
That was so fucking cool.
Century Link last night. I thought this shit is awesome.
Listening to, I think the NFL should really look at what they're doing here. The uptight, smug, suited fucking part of announcing. There's certain guys throughout history who I can't get enough of. Like in college football, Musburger or Keith Jackson, God rest his soul, guys like that. I'll listen to them fucking call games all day. I think Gus Bradley and Joe Klatt are awesome. Obviously, Joel's one of my best friends. Gus is awesome, brings a ton of energy.
Yeah.
But I also think in the NFL specifically, where it is so up fucking tight, and you got guys like Mark Sanchez up there trying to do the job, and Tony Romo and shit, and Tom Brady, for all of his great aspects as a player, is not very good in the booth, in my opinion. And it's going to be hard for him to relate. He's got 7 rings. Okay. But I really think that last night when I was listening to just how honest the broadcast was between whoever the lady was. She did a great job trying to drive it, but between Michael Robinson, Michael Bennett, and then Marshawn Lynch, bro, I don't have I loved it. And there's some people that hated it, I'm sure, because they've got a stick in their ass and they're smug as fuck and they're, it's what it is. All these three black guys talking up here. Like, well, okay, well, we know where you stand. I thought it was awesome. It was they had me laughing my ass off. Michael Bennett's telling fucking stories. Marshawn's up there fucking with him in the booth. Like, we need to remember what we're doing here. It's already stressful enough. Every now and then it's good to have a little bit of a change up. But I love Marshawn Lynch. He's always doing some new shit. And this is just another, pretty awesome example of it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this last night. Just kind of was like, I grew up a Seahawks fan, seeing Pete Carroll and the Raiders coming back to see. I thought it was really cool. Obviously, seeing them on the broadcast was Matt. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know who didn't like that shit. I mean, I thought it was awesome. Definitely could use more of it. And like you mentioned, uptight NFL and Marshawn and Michael Robinson, they host a pretty good podcast as well. It's been really picking up steam over the last year. And Matt, did you see Marshawn? You see this little clip at the end? Marshawn shoving some cat. They're making a big deal about this, but he's like, he ain't about to run over.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games. Yeah. Of course, they're making a big deal about it.
Yeah, but all fun.
People just love making big deals out of fucking nothing. Like, let's just say, let's wake up today and fucking just decide to be pissed off about this. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Marshawn Lynch put his hands on someone at a game. Not even. He put his elbow up so he didn't get ran over. And now, what are you gonna fucking get him arrested for assault? You fucking pussies. Shut up. I will say this. Damian Martinez looks like a fucking bowling ball dog.
I've been saying that shit. That was one of my favorite pickups for the Seahawks. He's huge, man.
That kid is a stud, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a fucking G for Seattle this year.
And those will be three solid backs for Seattle. They lost the Georgia kid, I think Kenny McIntosh, but they got obviously Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet, and then Damian Martinez. They can develop him. He's consistent. He's big. Seattle could really use that. Matt, let's talk tonight, preseason. You obviously hit a massive bet on FanDuel Sportsbook. That's who this show is brought to you by FanDuel. Matt, do you have any interest in betting tonight? The Falcons take on the Lions. And
no, I doubt it, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get home from practice. I want to watch the Cleveland game just to see Shedeur, honestly, and see how he does. So, this is a big opportunity for this kid. So I'm very eager to see how he does.
No, 100%, Matt. And the Browns are 6.5-point underdogs. If I didn't bet last night, I didn't do I should have just done your crazy bet that ended up making like 3 grades or some shit.
That's why I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
You've hit some crazy bets over the last few years, didn't you? I remember your TCU bet with Colorado. That was
awesome.
That was awesome. Good time.
That was a good day. That was maybe the most fun I've ever had watching a game that I wasn't at.
Yeah.
Like I got to watch with Tufts and Wild there and a bunch of my boys and my sons, and it was fucking wild as shit. That game was nuts, by the way.
That was an awesome college football game. Like awesome. Like
the opener, and like we didn't know what to expect, and then all of a sudden, like, bro, fuck.
Out of the blue,
after they started 3-0 and like they beat Nebraska at home, I was pretty bullish on like we're making the playoff, and then our offensive line decided to play the rest of the year, and that didn't go so well. But I will say this: without that 4-8 season, you don't get 9-4 in a Heisman.
Facts. And
they had to go through. They had to go through that in order to earn the opportunity to do it right.
No, and I only expect them to build onto this season, Matt. No, I really think. The more I sit here and evaluate, I'm like, man, they have the potential to really take that next step this season. So definitely optimistic for CU. Matt, if you want to bet on the Cleveland Browns to win against the Panthers tonight, it's plus 220 on FanDuel Sportsbook. The over-under is at 33.5.
Plus 220?
Yeah, they're 6.5-point dogs.
Man, I'd be taking Cleveland on that number, bro. Like, I know it's a preseason game, but look at like who is playing for something.
I just want to see something.
Like who's the backup in Carolina?
I'm gonna say this right now, and I might join this trend. There's a lot of I'm just gonna say a lot of money on Cleveland going.
Yeah, that's right. Who's the backup in Carolina?
There's a lot of money. Go look that up. So,
is it still Andy Dalton, the backup in Carolina?
Yeah.
Well, then he's not going to play either.
Bryce Young's starting. They're actually Canals has come out wanting to play starters. It's going to be kind of how the Bengals did it, from what I understand.
So what? Bryce Young will play a quarter?
Guess maybe a series. I'm not too sure.
I don't think either one of them.
Like the Raiders when they said that, because the Raiders said they were playing starters, and how long do we see?
And no one fucking played. Yeah, so I don't believe any of that shit. But I personally wouldn't be playing my starters very much in the fucking preseason opener.
Well,
but that's just me. What the fuck do I know?
I think Shedeur is gonna put on a show. Let's just say that. I'm gonna be doing a live watch party on my channel tonight, Matt. I don't know if you're busy or available. If you want to jump on for 10 minutes, maybe we could have you on, talk shop, Shedeur, react a little bit. But
what time is the game? Is it the 8 o'clock game or the 6 o'clock game?
It's at 7. It's at 7, so it'll be what, 5 your time?
5 my time. Okay.
So I'll reach out to you later on today.
Yeah, just text me later.
Good looking at the other odds here, brought to you by FanDuel. Commanders and Patriots. I love Coach Vrabel and the Patriots. Personally, one of my former teammates, Efton Chisholm, plays for the Patriots, and I think he's going to put on a show. He's a hell of a player, and I've been hearing nothing but good things coming out of camp about him. He's a former Eastern Washington slot receiver, and he's about to put on a show for the Patriots. But, Matt, do you have any interest in the Commanders or the Patriots tonight?
So the 3 games tonight are Detroit at Atlanta, Cleveland at Carolina, and the Redskins at the Patriots, yes?
Yes, and they're all on the same fucking time.
They're all on at 5?
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. You go to, like, the NFL app. I have the NFL app, and it does a really, like, there's this meter at the top. And I can just hit the button, and it takes me straight to the next game, and you can just jump in between the 3 games.
That's a good point.
Look, man, again, I'd be real careful betting on preseason games. It worked out for me last night. That does not mean it'll work again.
Horrible
example. It does not mean it's going to work again. Like, that was a total, I have no idea how it worked. Yesterday, somebody talked shit to me on comments and told me I wouldn't do it. So fuck you. I did it. And I don't know if you did, but it worked for me. So I hope that the guy at least talking shit about it yesterday did it too, which he probably didn't. But yeah, I picked the right time to cash out. And even if I wouldn't have, the tie was a void.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're making money either way.
I don't know if that wouldn't have cashed out at the original number, though. It would have eliminated the game.
Yeah, you're still making a good amount of coin the other way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I made the right decision to cash out when I did.
Yeah.
100%.
2-3.
I don't know if look, the only game that I would actually put some money on tonight, if I had to, was Cleveland and Carolina, because that's the one I'm going to watch the whole time. I'm invested in that one. I think whereas everybody is playing for something in these preseason games, bro, I really think Shedeur is playing for a lot more than just like a roster spot and potentially starting down the road. Yeah. Like one bad outing. And I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of faith in Cleveland anyway, but they could look at that really in a negative light. And exactly. Like, we need this to be, I really hope that he's supported correctly and like he goes out and plays his ass off and they run the ball and like just normal football shit. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very eager to see how he plays under center, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a different, the offense that Shedeur is playing in is going to look a lot different from when he was playing at Colorado. And I think to fans, that might be a pleasant surprise. And I'm excited to see how he responds to that in live action here tonight. I can't wait to see it. Man, and then this weekend, Matt, all kinds of games tomorrow night, 1 p.m. Giants. I know how much you love Russell Wilson. I'm just saying, Matt, they're going to be the Giants. 8 games. That's my ceiling for them. 8 games. They're going to win 8 games, and they're going to piss people off. They're going to be a pain in the ass.
He won't be the quarterback there.
Eagles and the Cowboys.
If they win 8 games, they'll run his ass out of town and start Jackson Dart, and he'll be another 1-year rental for somebody else next year.
Oh, so I can't wait till week 1 because you and I are going to be like against each other on so many betting things, including Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos.
I can't believe you actually think a rookie quarterback in his first start
they're going to win. It's 7.5, man. I'm taking the hook every time.
They're going to fucking murder Tennessee the opener, bro. This is oh my god. Okay. But yeah, take the number. Fuck it, lose it. It's your money. Lose it.
It's my money. I'm optimistic for Cam. But another game, I just brought up Russell Wilson. The Giants go to Washington as 6.5-point dogs in Week 1. How do you feel about that? You think Commanders blow them out, or do you think the Giants give them headache?
I mean, they're very rarely blowouts in division games, but I will take the Redskins to win.
I'll take the Giants to cover. I still think the Commanders can win, probably in like a game-winning field goal, though, Matt. I think it's 6.5 in a divisional game like that, where I think the Giants are going to be a lot better. Something to watch.
What, you want to date him, Andrew? What the fuck difference does this make? People are so fucking weird, bro. Why is this a question?
The answer is
you
yes.
Want his number?
Fucking anyway, move forward. Before I say some stupid shit. Browns, Bengals open Week 1. Bengals are 5.5-point favorites. And Matt, if the Bengals open up and struggle against Cleveland with Joe Flacco at the helm, what does that say about the Bengals?
Nothing. They always struggle at the beginning of the season.
If they're gonna ever take that next step, that can't happen.
I agree, but again, a division opponent, the opening game of the season is almost as ridiculous as a division opponent the last game of the season. Division games are so important. I'd much rather see them sandwiched between week 3 and week fucking 14 or 15. Because a lot of the teams at the end of the season don't even play their starters in division games. At the beginning of the year, they're not fucking ready to play. So,
yeah. Final game I'm going to ask you about, and please keep it as positive as possible. The Pittsburgh Steelers head to MetLife to take on the New York Jets. The Jets are 3-point underdogs at home.
I think the Steelers are going to beat the shit out of them.
Agreed.
So I have no faith in the Jets whatsoever. The quarterback position is a disaster, as usual. I mean, we'll see. I hope they win, but wish in one hand and shit in the other one and see which one fills up faster.
Wow. Well, Matt, those odds are brought to you by FanDuel, which is the sponsor of the show, and this has been a great show here on this fine Friday. I know you're a busy man, got to get to practice, but we'll be live here on Monday here on 0 to 60 talking all things Colorado Buffaloes football news as we really start ramping it up here for the season, Matt, next week and headed into the season. Lots of big things planned, a lot of revamp stuff planned, so stay tuned for Monday here on 0 to 60. Matt, we may be live, or I'll be live here on my channel to watch Shedeur Sanders' first start tonight. I'll holler at you later and see if you're around, but any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Throwing things onto the court. Obviously, you guys know what the object is.
Yes.
I just want to comment on this has been going on for centuries. The second
What, dildos? This has been going on for centuries.
Gosh, that's WNBA
players have been fucking each other with dildos for centuries.
Matt, what are you in your eyes? Do you expect another one happen? Like, is another one going to be thrown on the court?
Yeah, I sure do. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a day where there's like an army of fucking dudes that are really, 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 really sexually frustrated, sitting in the stands, they just can't wait to take it out on all the WNBA players, and it's the only way they can get back at them. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a day where there's like 50 dildos on the fucking floor, dog. Where it's just everybody, it's like a dildo assault party. You can't arrest us all if everyone throws a dick.
I
can't fucking believe this is what we're talking about on a daily basis. This is incredible to me.
This is helping the ratings. This will help them get out of debt and help the players get paid more.
Honestly, they should think about like how they can parlay this into something positive for the league.
Oh, like a
sponsorship or something. I don't know.
Dildo night, whatever. I saw some stupid shit on Twitter where it's like the WNBA is doing a dildo night now or some shit. I'm like,
fucking dildo night. There you go.
Or whatever. Yeah. Fucking believable. Matt I think Shedeur's about to light it up. Do you think he's the expectation? You think he could throw a couple touchdowns tonight? Do you think he struggle? What do you think?
I think he throws two. I think throws two touchdowns, probably throw one pick, something like that. But I do think Cleveland will really – I think Cleveland's going to try and see what they got because Flacco's not going to play. Pickett's hurt. Gabriel's hurt. Huntley just got there. That leaves all the reps for Shedeur. So this is a perfect opportunity for this kid to go out and
hell of an opportunity. Yeah, if he he really puts stuff together, it's going to be really impressive. So great opportunity for Shedeur. Check it out tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be watching live. Matt, we'll see everybody here on Monday on 0 to 60. If you're watching, become a member of the Dungeon family. Hit that like button, subscribe. We appreciate all the support here. This is the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes football coverage, and we'll see you guys here on Monday. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Peace.